Alright, gamers, welcome back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures, episode 217. Episode 67 on our Dwarven Paladin here. At least I think that's what episode we're on. Let me go into the files and triple check. 217.67, yes. So, last time we played, I think we logged off in Booty Bay. I went ahead and hearthed and checked for Iron Eye. He wasn't up, unfortunately. But when I was around in Booty Bay, I did see a couple floating wreckages when I was flying from, I think, Stormwind down to Booty Bay. So in my own time, I went back up and I traversed the Lake Nasfaridi, I think is what it's called, and fished up any floating wreckage and greater sagefish pools that we found. And check this out. Whew! 9 iron-bound trunks to open up with you guys. I didn't know the willpower I needed to not open these bad boys up was tough. I also wound up getting, let me check my bank, an extra stack of 20 greater sagefish, but I don't want to cook these until I become an artisan in cooking, because I can get some points out of them, so I feel like it would be a waste. Now, we do have the quest from Dirge Quickleave. Clamlet surprise.
We may have been suffering a drought, but there's no shortage of meat. Care to browse my goods?
Ever heard of a clamlet? Of course you haven't. It's my latest and greatest culinary masterpiece. Oh, adventurer, just thinking about a clamlet makes my mouth water. Unfortunately, I'm all out of supplies to make any. How about I make you a deal? You gather the supplies I need to make a clamlet, and I'll teach you the finer points of exotic cuisine, and I'll even throw in a couple of clamlets to boot. Deal? Here's what I need.
It's a good deal. So we need 12 giant eggs. We can get those from rocks. We need 10 zesty clam meat. We can find those in clams. And then the Ultrax Swiss, we can buy that. So it's really just giant eggs and zesty clam meat. So yeah, we're not cooking the Sagefish Delight until we become an artisan in cooking. Buff up this hunter. But I did want to open up these boxes with you guys. And then I think I'm going to fly to Theramore. I'll catch the boat on my own over to Menethil, and then we're going to go take on Nekrosh. So let's see what's in these chests one at a time. Oh, an aquamarine. That's a first. And some extra mana potions. That's nice. Oh, okay. The Aurora Cowl. Whoops. This is 10 stamina, 10 int. There could actually be a world where we would use something like that. It's not bad. Extra health potion to keep for later. Some heavy leather, we'll keep that. Some thick leather, we like that. More health potions, a bolt of mage weave. Just some silver in that one, unfortunately. More bolts of mage weave. A leatherworking pattern, big voodoo robe. That's pretty sick. And the final chest. Some mana potions, some money. So overall, a couple things to keep. That wasn't a total loss. The aquamarine goes for what, 10 silver? So it goes right here in the order. I like to order our gems by cheapest to most expensive. That way you kind of know what tier they're in. So we have Malachite into Tiger's Eye, into Shadow Gems, into Mossa Gates. So 15 copper. 1 silver, 2.5 silver, 4 silver, lesser moonstones for 6 silver, jades for 7 silver, citrines for 8 silver, aquamarines for 10 silver, and then star rubies for 50 silver. The lustrous pearls and the iridescent pearls, I kind of count these separately, so I keep them over here. But core stone, heavy stone, we got some iron. Put the leather up. I'm actually full on heavy leather, but I'm going to keep in a little extra bit just in case I wind up making something in blacksmithing and I need to like replenish the uses there, but everything else I can just kind of sell. I should probably put the pages up. Just for the time being. We are going to try and collect all the pages, but last time we did go ahead and buy another bank slot and a bag for it, so that's where all of our money went. But real quick,
Welcome to Tener.
I don't need to hear it, Crinkle. Let's go ahead and sell all this stuff. And that puts us up to roughly 4 gold, so we're clawing our way back. And like I said, I'm going to pause here. I'll resume when we get into Menethil, and we'll take it from there. I could go to Pozic, but I think we'll come back.
Where would you like to fly to?
That's right. I'll see you guys in just a little bit. All right, gamers. We are in Menethil. We've just touched down, ran to the inn. Let's go out and take on Nekrosh. I think we're going to try and sneak behind the back of the camp, go up this mountainside here, and then clear out the additional adds around him. I think here we'll use probably one of our 8 stamina and spirit foods, one of the heavy sharpening stones, drink a Rumsey's Rum Dark. We basically got rid of the lights, the Rumsey's lights, because we've gotten so many darks and black labels at this point that we just don't really need to keep them. I actually think we're going to drink a black label here. Rumsey Light gives 5, Rumsey Dark gives 10, and then Black Label gives 15. Bacon, egg, niche. Oh, bacon, egg, and cheese. Ah, I see, I see. Wait. Wait. I can give you a blessing of wisdom. Wait. Wait. Madam. They're not looking. I'll cut her off right here. Yo. The fastest path is a straight line. Type-ish. I can get her pet at least. Ah, I got her. She gives us detect, lesser invisibility, and underwater breathing. I forgot that warlocks get detect, lesser invisibility. That's cool. That'll be nice when we play a warlock. Stay safe. Tasty one. I think she's going into the orc encampment as well. I doubt that she's doing Nekrosh though. She doesn't have her Void Caller out, or Void Walker, whichever it is. She's level 29, which means she's not a very high level. Nekrosh should still kind of be a little challenging at 29. Actually, I think she went to the Raptor camp. Nekrosh is much further down. But thankfully, being a miner, we've kind of learned that there's like this back path up to Nekrosh, which will kind of save us some time killing mobs that we don't need to kill. We can pull some of the mobs around him and hopefully isolate him. And worst case scenario, if we do have to pull him in one, preferably we just have him and one other mob, if anything, but we'll kind of assess when we get up there. Yeah. Pray that we never see this place. Skelly Mage. Oh, my friend Alun messaged me. I did not. I haven't seen him back up yet while I have been playing. Thanks for checking in, though. It'll be a little bit easier to track him once I get my mount. Alright, so I think it's like back over here. I made friends with a night elf hunter that was hunting around there. I asked if they'd seen him. I think I did that on recording, but I can't remember if I did or not. And then I added a loon. She said she would message me if she saw him. So that's two friends that we've made in game. Kin of Uther and a loon, which I actually really like their names. Very like roleplay-esque names, but... Alright. There's Nikrosh. Let's go ahead and mark him with a skull. I think I'm probably going to pull the Shadow Warder. I'm worried that I would pull the other guys too, though, so... Let's eat a tasty lion steak. I can probably pull this Centurion away from Nekrosh. I just don't want to pull the whole camp. Yes, it will. I need to raise some major gold before I get that mount. That's my only frustration with self-mount. Normally, mount is not a concern. Yeah. This will be my second SSF character. My first was an Undead Rogue, and I didn't get my mount until 46. Thankfully, Paladin gets a free one. Saves me the grief. Alright, let's kill some of the ads around here. Drink a black label. Any advice on raising funds? A lot of it came from discipline before 40. Not learning spells / ranks I didn't need use, and pinching every penny. But by the time you go from 40 to 46, I think at 40, nice. Didn't grab Nekrosh, and since I didn't grab Nekrosh, I didn't grab the Shadow Warder either, so that's good. I think from here I probably could pull Nekrosh alone. I actually think I want to, like, line of sight pull him, if I can. Shit. Okay, I gotta bail. If I didn't grab the other two, so that kind of changes how I need to pull this, I think. I think I might need to try and grab the other mob next to the Shadow Warder, and that way I can then pull the Shadow Warder and Necrosh, kill the Shadow Warder really quickly, and then jump to Necrosh and just deal with him. Like this guy over here, and maybe these two. It's just difficult because they're all so close to each other where they kind of want to pull each other. Probably pull these two away. Not worried about these mobs at all. And speaking of these mobs, I do need to go back to Red Ridge pretty soon and do those elite quests. I keep putting that off, but honestly I just keep forgetting. Need to make sure I put that Seal of Justice on him so he doesn't run into the others. Now we should be okay. Alright, let's stop and drink up. Let's go for the Shadow Warder really quickly, and then we'll go on Necrosh. We did get Seal of Wisdom, which is nice. If I get too low on mana here, I can switch over to Seal of Wisdom. Let's go ahead and front load the mana, spend some of this mana. And check what he has. Battle Shout and Demo Shout. Shouldn't be too bad. Alright. Let's go Seal of Wisdom. Let's try and get some of our mana back here. 50 mana. 20 mana, 50 mana. Yeah, this is the ultimate combo to, like, sustain. Seal of Light on the target, and then Seal of Wisdom as my active seal. Spend some of that mana because we're just about full up on it. Judge it, put a new one on, consecrate, and then we go right back to it. Hodge, I should have done it earlier and not interrupt my mana regen, but got it right before his swing went off. Mana's full. Switch out. Oh shit. I think he's gonna pull the Centurion. It's fine though. And that's Necrosh down, boys. Whew. Seal of Wisdom, I knew once we got this spell it was going to be so nice, man. And it is. I love it. I mean, both Seal of Light and Seal of Wisdom feel so good. I might even switch Judgment to T at this point, because there's not a lot of times where I am like judgmenting on cooldown, and I think I want to have R open for Holy Shield when we finally get that ability. It's going to be a long time until we get that ability, but I think it's like our last 3 levels. I think at 57 is when I actually get Holy Shield. I could respec and get it earlier, and I might just move the points out of Seal of the Crusader. I might even move points out of Benediction for now. Just go Holy 11 and then put 8 more points in Protection, and that way we'll be 8 levels earlier to Holy Shield. This will increase my block chance by 30% for 10 seconds, and it deals damage back. It does only have 4 charges, though. But it does stack with Redoubt, it does stack with Shield Specialization. So we're getting a lot of value out of it, but this is going to be a bit of a run, so in order to save time, I'm going to pause the video here. I'll resume when we get back to Captain Stoutfist, and then from here, I think we're going over to Dustwallow. I think we finally start Dustwallow. We've got some quests here, the Hoofprints, the Black Shield. We've got Private Hendel, Stinky, Swamp Eye Earl, Jarl, and the Loose Dirt. So we'll catch the boat back to Theramore once we're done talking to Stoutfist, and yeah, we'll start Dustwallow. So I'll see you guys back in Menethil in just a second. All right, gamers, we are back at Captain Stoutfist. Let's see what he has to say. Have you killed Necrosh?
Stoutly done, adventurer. You have dealt a telling blow to the Dragonmoor Orc clan. They may never recover, and the destruction of those catapults has made Menethil Harbor safe. You are a person of merit, and the Kingdom of Ironforge rewards those who serve it well.
I was thinking about choosing the Barreling Reaper here because it is just a smidge more damage. It's 1 more on the low end, 2 more on the top end. It is 0.1% speed slower. So, but the stamina is the exact same, but the DPS is actually a little less than our Hardened Iron Shortsword. I don't think it's worth me like struggling through having to level up a whole new weapon skill being one-handed axes again. I think I'd rather just take the Ancient War Sword and sell this for basically a gold piece. It's a pretty good sword too, honestly. It doesn't stack up to our massive iron axe though, but it's pretty cool. All right. It's good money is basically what it is, and we need the money after spending all of my cash on another bank slot and bags, so. All right, next up, I think we're heading to... I could either go to Dustwallow, or we could go to Red Ridge, and I could knock out these quests now. I think maybe we should just go to Red Ridge real quick and crank this out. And then probably next session, I could start Dustwallow. We're already in the Eastern Kingdoms. I guess we should just go to Lakeshire, and then next time we'll go start Dustwallow, because I don't think... Damn. This guy's juiced out. Got the Thrasher. Yeah, I don't think...
Where would you like to fly to?
We'll be done with this in time to have some spare time to go start Dustwallow this session. We're already at 20 minutes, so in order to save more time, I'm going to pause while we fly, of course. I'll resume when we get to Lakeshire, and then we'll go take on these 4 elite quests out here that are kind of long overdue, so I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, gamers, we've made it to Lakeshire. Let's go ahead and read the wanted poster here. Gathelzog. Wanted, Gathelzog, leader of the Blackrock, attacks on Stonewatch Keep and raids against the township of Lakeshire. Gathelzog is extremely dangerous. He's reportedly holed up in the recently conquered keep, plotting the Blackrock clan's further crimes against humanity. The orc infestation must be quelled at all costs. A gracious reward will be given to whatever brave soul can deliver the head of Gathelzog to Magistrate Solomon. 40 silver? That's the gracious reward? Are we kidding? That's not a lot, guys. You're really gonna have me do all this for 40 silver? Half a gold piece, bro? What are we doing? Alright, Shadow Magic and Theral Zun.
The Blackrock Orcs enlisted Shadowcasters to aid their attacks in Redridge, and they have brought with them devices of dark power, Midnight Orbs. These orbs have struck telling blows against Redridge's defenders, and it's imperative we remove the demon-tainted items from the conflict. Find and deliver to me Midnight Orbs from slain Blackrock Shadowcasters. I will then have them disposed of, for this world would be a better place without them.
Right. And then Theral Zun.
Blackrock Outrunners and Renegades are running ambushes between here and Stonewatch Keep. The leader of the Outrunners is an orc named Theral Zun. We want this orc. Bring me the head of Theral Zun.
And then this will give me... Yeah, we'll take the Orc Crusher. I was just doing some research on where can I get the Ultrax Swiss for Clamlet Surprise this quest. And to no surprise, you know, Stormwind is a place that we can buy it from. Ellis's shop, the cheese factory that we've kind of we've been to before for, I think it's the Missing Diplomat, I think that quest, which we're still working on right now. Yeah, Private Hendel. We're coming in on the end of this quest, but I do still need some tin. Yeah, 3 more. Hopefully this gives us 3 and we'll be pretty much done with tin. Nice. Perfect. Exactly 3. Alright, this shouldn't be too bad at this point. I am like grossly overleveled for this quest, but guy gave me a quick thank you. You're welcome, buddy. Yeah, now we're moving on to pretty much iron and steel exclusively. And then, of course, mithril is not too far out, but our bank is looking good. Saving the gold scale bracers. We need 2 more of those bad boys, and the 2 more that we will make will get us to 200, which then starts our artisan quest. We get to choose, do we want to be a weaponsmith or an armorsmith? Of course, we're going to go with armorsmith. I could technically make them right now. I do have enough iron to turn into steel, and it's just 10 steel and 4 grinding stones. We have 12. We've got 10. I think at this point I'm just going to start ignoring most of the copper and the tin that we see and just go for iron plus and leave the copper and the tin for some lower level miners that need it a little more than me. I could be nickel and diming every bit and making more of the rough bronze pants for 10 silver each, but at this point I'm just like, you know, I don't think I'm down that bad. Like I think we're okay. I think I'll recover our money pretty quickly. We're already up to 4 gold, you know what I mean? Like, let's pop a sharpening stone. Let's eat a deviled clam. They are still elites, so, you know, their mana pool isn't crazy. It's insane. 3,000 mana? Why you got so much mana, bro? Let's see how hard they hit. This also gives me a chance to get used to having Judgment on T and kind of build up the muscle memory of having it on R this entire time. I put it on R in the early game because I knew it was going to be a long time until I get anything that I would use other than Judgment on R. But now that we're looking at having Holy Shield here, I think I want to have Holy Shield on R. Alright, they are humanoids, so they're going to run near death. Meaning I need to seal of justice towards their demise. Oh yeah, Seal of Justice, if you just have it on you, you have a chance to get the stun. I forgot about that. Alright, the sentries just have an enrage. Honestly, they're not hitting that hard at all. They just have a lot of health. And even that's not that bad. I'm hitting pretty hard. I'm feeling much more confident about this questline now. These guys are looking for members for the Red Ridge Elites. That's these quests, but unfortunately I can't join them. I gotta do it solo. Even though I'm like insanely overleveled for this. I think I'm gonna have to pull some groups, like at least 2 of these guys together. Ah, He's a hunter, so of course he's got throw on his spear. He can just throw the spear. Kind of have to like dead zone this guy back a little if I want to pull him. Always kind of stay in his melee range and just kind of tiptoe him back. Quick holy light on ourselves. I think one of the people that we're looking for is out here, right? Daryl Zune, yeah. Hello? Yo, my fault, bro. Just trying to gauge how cautious I need to be out here. Alright, we've already got all 3 midnight orbs. I'm gonna try and take on 2 of these guys real quick, see how that feels. So far, not too bad. Just kind of letting the mana regen here. That could have went pretty bad, but thankfully I saved it with the Hodge. Now this is going to be a tricky pull. It's actually kind of a dicey pull that I'm not super stoked on. Holy shit, somehow I pulled the sentry and only the sentry, which is going to make this pull a lot easier. Alright, I need to focus up. When they get to about 25% health, I need to switch to Seal of Justice and then Judgment It. I cannot be letting them run into the other groups when I'm not ready. But that literally just saved this pull. Like, I think I can actually handle 3. Blackrock and Mace. Let's go ahead and throw a quick flash or 2 on us. Nice little 17 silver right there. Alright, I think I go for the Shadowcaster first, and then we'll go for Theral Zune, and then we finish with the Sentry. Let's give it a try. It's a bit of a nasty net. I'm gonna flash on myself already. Wait, fumbling a little bit here, but we're okay. Let's a mana regen, we're okay. Go ahead and just justice him. So he can't run. I'm parrying, blocking, missing, and dodging a lot of this damage, which is really nice. Now we'll go Seal of Mana. Throw a little baby Holy Light on ourselves. and a flash. Might as well spend the mana, and then we'll get it back with Seal of Wisdom. All right, one of the big bads taken down, Theral Zun. Nice. All right, we played that pretty sloppy, but recovered it a little bit there towards the end. Now with these two, stop and drink real quick. Gethelzog is inside all the way up top. Quick flash to spend this mana. Crusader's about to wear out, so we'll switch to Justice right now. Go ahead and proc it so he can't run. Switch to Light because we're going to use it on our next mob. Let that mana regen start kicking in while I run to the next mob. Well, two mobs, really. Then we'll proc it. Go Wisdom here. Try and get back some of this mana that I'm going to spend on Consecrate and the Seals and the Judgments. This is also really nice. Having a pretty fast weapon is I'm able to get so many procs on my Seal of Wisdom. Get ready to go Justice. Right about now should be fine. Then we go Light, restore some of my health, get ready for the next mob that we're going to pull. Rinse and repeat. It feels so good, man. Quick flash, give it 2. Let the mana regen. We'll go for the Shadowcaster first. Whoops. Switch to Wisdom. Accidentally, I did double Seal of Light, and I don't need double Seal of Light. These guys aren't hitting that hard. I need the mana more than anything. One thing that I could try doing is Seal of Lighting one mob, Seal of Wisdoming another one, and then just rotate back and forth between who I hit, but it doesn't look like it works like that. Unless I just missed a bunch there. I doubt that I missed that much, but maybe I can only keep one active for a certain amount of time. I don't know if I can have one Seal of Lighted, one Seal of Wisdom, and then just like alternate back between both. That was my theory, or that was like what I was going to try and do at least. There's a chest in there. I'm going to save that for the guys that are about to come do this as like a group, honestly. Wonder if I can line of sight these guys back a little bit. I can, yes. That's going to be very important for me to Justice here towards the end. And get the timing right on this. Spend some of this mana. Back to Wisdom. Now that I'm using Wisdom a little more, it's also making me want to opt out of the Ret tree and get rid of Improved Seal of the Crusader and Benediction, because I'm going to be using Seal of Crusader less, and I'm not that worried about 15% mana when I have an ability that's just getting me my mana back so lucratively, you know what I mean? Let's eat a fresh Deviled Clam. 8 more points in protection would look like what? 3 here, 2 more here, 3 here. So 3, 2, that's 5. That'd be 8. So I could have full points in shield spec, 4 points in toughness, 3 points in improved Hammer of Justice, which would make this a 45-second cooldown, meaning I can stun more. And then I'd be ready for... What is that? 3, 2, that's 5, 3, 1, 1. So 39, 40, I would be all the way down here. And then 45, 50, 51 is when I would get Holy Shield. I think I'm probably going to do that. And then 52 to 56 would be Benediction. 57, 58, 59, or 58, I think would be improved Seal of Crusader maxed out, and then we'd have 2 free points to play with, which I might at that point just throw them in improved Blessing of Wisdom. No, I'm not even able to get there. Maybe it's just improved Lay on Hands. Maybe it's more points in somewhere in here. Maybe I could go Guardian's Favor, Anticipation. At that point, it won't matter. We'll be max level, right? But all right, we got a big pull here. I should be okay. We're going to start with the Seal of the Crusader and just try and kill one of these guys quickly. Now we'll go... Oh. That's an issue. That's an instance where I should have went with Concentration Aura. Now we'll switch over to Wisdom. I'm gonna need some mana back here. It is pretty nasty pulling 3, especially with the Hunters, because they do enrage, causing them to deal more damage. Keep this guy's back this way. That way when he gets low enough, if he's going to fear, he's going to run this way and not out into the hall, pulling more. Well, that didn't work. He immediately started running out into the hallway. I'm glad we switched to Seal of Justice there. Alright, stop and drink. Get this mana back. It's a very tricky tricky set of elites, or elite quests, because we are in this tight space where, you know, it's just dangerous. I can't avoid these guys. I have to take them on. But at least it's just 2. It's not 3 like the last pack. As long as it's 2, I'm happy with that. Oh god. Let's go Justice here. Throw a Holy Light on myself and just let that mana regen. This guy's not gonna run. We've got Justice on him. Okay, then we have the Seal of Light already ready, judged it, then we go Wisdom. Let's get some of this mana back while we cook this guy. The Hunters are kind of nasty. That Enrage is pretty, it's devious. They're hitting kind of hard. Yep. Go Justice, judge it so he can't run. Then we go Seal of Light to prep it for the next mob. Drink really quickly, get some of this mana back. 18 seconds left on Seal of Light before I need to judge it. We're playing good. We're playing very textbook right now. I can avoid them. Gladiator. These guys have a disarm. Oh. I'm probably going to want to clear out this entire room. Go with a flash. Use some of that mana. Hopefully this hunter doesn't come over here. Now we go Justice. Go Light. Them being humanoids and running the way that they do just makes it even more annoying. I don't mind the enrage, I don't mind the battle shout, I don't mind the defensive stance, just don't disarm me, bro. Hopefully I'm high enough level to where I'll like resist that for the majority. I can just flash this up, spend some of this mana. And flash, if we get a crit, it's great, you know. Even as a normal heal, it's very, very good. We've got rank 1. Oh, there's the disarm. Let's go ahead and just do Justice on him so he can't flee. We got rank 1 on my regular left click and rank 4 of Holy Light on my regular left click. Hold shift and we do rank 3 Flash of Light on my left click, rank 6 of Holy Light on my right click. So just left click base is like a really baby heal that costs like no mana whatsoever. As you can see, it's using 2% of my mana. Right click, base right click, uses a decent chunk. It's a decent heal. And then shift left click is like an okay fast heal. Doesn't cost a lot of mana. Does the job pretty quickly. Shift right click is like my oh shit big heal needed kind of button. I'm gonna try and grab this bad boy here. Maka Kek Magan Gikek. I've been saying that shit for years, bro. Trust me. They not listening. Alright, there we have Gathelzog. He is surrounded by a pet, a Shadowcaster, a Hunter. That's going to be kind of nasty. Oh, that's actually a really nasty group. What does he have? Infect wounds. What does the pet do? Fireball and Flame Strike. So I think we need to go for the pet first. And then we go for the Shadowcaster. And then we go for the Hunter. And then we go for Gathelzog. But that's kind of a lot to ask for, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of intimidating. See if I can line of sight this guy over here. Spend some of this mana. Get some of it back with wisdom. Justice when he gets low, so he can't run. I don't think there's any way for me to pull these guys separately. Oh, here's the group. Hello, fellas. Brother. I am SSF. I unfortunately have to do this alone, but I wish you the best. What do we have here? Priest, Rogue, Priest, Hunter, and you've got that on you, so... Damn, they got the full group out on them. Good luck, boys. I cleared all the way up here for them to just do this like a cakewalk. Yeah, these boys got it. Having a rogue being able to sap one of them is really nice. Easy enough, gang. I guess the priest gave me a nice stamina buff. I'll go ahead and eat another deviled clam. Maybe he'll respawn fast enough for me to not have to worry about the ads, but I doubt it. Kind of sucks that I cleared all this out just for them to come in and like take the kill like that, but I also didn't want to just go in and charge and not be able to like calculate the fight correctly because I was worried about them getting the tag. Well, I don't know how long this respawn's gonna take. I kind of want to... But if I come back, I'm gonna have to clear all this shit out again. Ugh. Let's use one of the heavy sharpening stones. I might even use the bag of marbles here too. Definitely gonna drink a black label. Now's a good time for me to take it on. I've got a good priest buff on me. I've used the bigger sharpening stones. Like I said, I'll probably use a black label. I think we go Shadowcaster first because I can kill him pretty quickly. I just know I'm going to have to do a lot of self-healing here. I'm probably going to have to use like bubble or lay on hands, maybe both. I might have to use a potion. I need to balance my mana really correctly. I'm probably going to use a fish liver oil and probably even a bag of marbles. I'll probably use the bag of marbles on Gathelzog, or maybe even the hunter. I might use more than one, I don't know. Just depends. We'll see how it goes. I'll probably use a restorative balm here too. I'm going to have to use a lot of consumables here, so this is going to be intense. Alright, he despawned. These guys despawned. They might respawn pretty soon. Despawned. I think I go for the pet first because he's spamming fireballs and flame strikes. That's going to be important to nullify. Then we go with the caster. Then I can get Gathelzog, and then I can get the hunter. Gathelzog because he does do a shield bash and he can interrupt my heal, which is what I'm worried about. I hope he respawns before the ads, but I feel like they're all going to spawn together. If he respawns before the ads, I can kind of pull him back and handle this a little better, but I have a feeling that I'm going to have to handle all four at once. Potion cooldown is what, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes? I'm drawing a blank on it now. 5 minutes? There's no way it's 5 minutes. What is potion cooldown in Classic WoW? 2 minutes, okay. I'm pretty sure some of these guys... So I'm probably not going to be able to get off multiple potions in this fight, so I'm just deciding, do I want to use a mana potion or a health potion if I need to use one? Probably a health potion, let the mana regen organically. Let's eat a tasty lion steak. Get the bigger stamina buff going. And we'll drink a black label. Any second now. still hear the group outside fighting. I wish the Paladin would have gave me a might. I gave him a might. Come on now. It's just got me anxious. All right, they're all back up. Let's go, guys. Wish us good luck. Disarmed. Quick flash. Go ahead and stone form. Restorative bomb. Flash again. Go with the big heal here if I can. Okay, he lets me get it off. Nice. Go for the Shadowcaster now. Gotta cleanse that. Go Holy Light. Try and get some mana back off this guy. If I can get this guy down, I'm feeling really good. I'm gonna go potion here, I think. Use it now. Into another big heal. Okay, that's bad.
Health warning.
Bubble. That was exactly what I was worried about. Do a flash here too. We're okay. Just keep the wisdom up.
Health warning.
Shit.
Health warning.
Lay on hands. Just get my mana back. Restorative bomb. Anything that we can get will help. Go Justice here so he can't run. Bro, this was intense, man. Holy fuck, this was intense. Just get some mana back. We're chilling now. Now we'll cleanse. Go ahead and heal up. Dude, this was... Oh, stop with the fucking shield bash. Now you're getting over here. If these mobs respawn, this would have been really, really bad for us. Oh, and I'm glad that we didn't try to do this at any earlier of a level, and now you see why I waited so long to do this quest, man. This is just a nightmare to solo. That was insane. I didn't play it the best, sure, I'll give you that, but at the same time, like, bro, that was brutal. Holy. Just thank God we were able to do that. Thank Uther, thank the light. Am I right? Alright, let's get our mana back. And then we're going to go try and take on Looking Further and Morganth. And probably get ready to wrap this one up. It's going to go over by a little bit, but that's okay. We used everything there. Restorative bombs, bag of marbles, a stone form, a potion. Used both Divine Shield and Lay on Hands. The big... You know what's scary when we have to use Lay on Hands? Like, I think that was the first time we did anything where I felt like I actually needed it, and I got kicked right before. We went all the way down to like 20% health. I was like, oh god, oh god, oh god. Thankfully, we kind of, you know, locked in, stayed a little calm, even though I was panicking on the inside. Spend some of this mana. Yeah, I definitely could have played it better than I did, but regardless, we played okay. All right, from here, jump onto this. Huge. Make sure there's nothing underneath me. And we're out. Whew. Okay. That was intense. That was intense. And that right there is why we waited so long to do those quests. They're not going to give me any experience. We jeopardized our character for that, but it's all for the completionist aspect. I said we would come back and do them. We did. I could have waited until 40, and it probably would have been even safer at 40, because then we get another rank in Consecrate, so my AoEs would be dealing even more damage. I would get a new rank in Seal of Light, which means I'd be healing more. Oh, these are the guys going to do this quest now. I could have gotten another... Well, I would have learned plate armor, so then we have plate, even though I'm SSF, so I can't just, like, switch to full plate and buy it all on the auction house, right? Like, I'd have to find plate pieces, but... Alright, looking further. 10. I've been watching the Tower of Ilgalar, and can detect that Morganth is in conflict with the orcs in Stonewatch Keep. I do not know the reason behind their connection, but you may aid me in unraveling this mystery. Take another glyph of Azora, then go to the top of the Interact Watchtower beside Stonewatch Keep. Find a suitable object on which to place the glyph, a chest or a jar. Place some place where the glyph will not be noticed will suit my purpose. Okay, so now we have to go back over here to this tower, fight our way up, place the seal, and then I think we come back and we take on Morganth. Yeah, if things got absolutely dicey there, and I dropped down to like under 10% health, since I checked that none of them have an execute, I was like, okay, I think we're okay. I was going to light a balloon hearth, but thankfully we didn't have to. I did use our first bag of marbles, though. I think I just tabbed to one of the guys that were melee and switched and just threw a bag of marbles on him to try and buy me some more time so I could heal, because they shield bashed me while I was trying to heal, which locks me out of all holy spells. That includes Bubble, Lay on Hands, Holy Light, Flash of Light, everything. Even my Consecrate, I'm pretty sure, so that was a little intense. I even said, I was like, he's got a shield bash, so he's going to interrupt my healing if I do it. I got lucky and he didn't shield bash me at the start there, where I was like throwing Flash of Lights and Holy Lights on myself. I have a feeling I can sneak past these guys. Nice. See if I can just get up without messing with anyone. Yeah, we used 2 of our restorative bombs there too, which might not have made like a huge difference, but everything counts in a situation like that. Use every advantage that we have. This jar once held a foul-smelling liqueur, but now lies empty and forgotten on a pair of barrels. It's a suitable vessel for the glyph of Azora, allowing Theocritus to delve into the mines within Shadowwatch Keep. Alright, now we go back to the statue, and I think he's going to tell us about Morganth. which if I can catch up, I know that group is up there. Maybe I can follow in their trails this time and kind of get a free path to the top of the tower before some of the mobs on the bottom respawn. And then we can just wait for the respawn on Morganth. Defeat Morganth, bring his pendant of shadow to Theocrates at the Tower of Zora and Elwyn. Back here. Copper and tin all over these mountains, but like I said, I'm just going to save it for someone else that needs it. Is this guy okay? Yeah, they're good. Dale? Wrong guy. Sorry. I'm Bale, lady. All good. Alright. Morganth. You as well. Yeah, that exactly showed why I was like, I don't want to do this even at like level 30, level 34. No, I think I would have been dead if I did it at any lower of a level than this level here. After much observation, I've discovered Morganth's plans. He searches for the Scythe of Elune, and he may have found it. Oh, so maybe Morganth is who found the Scythe of Elune. If he has, then the Red Ridge Mountains and the Kingdom of Stormwind will soon feel his dark might. I'm not prepared to pit myself against Morganth, but I fear he must be dealt with now, so you must enter the Tower of Ilgalar and face Morganth. Defeat him and bring me his Pendant of Shadow. Do this and the kingdom will owe you much. You get some nice shoulders. Hopefully this quest is a little easier than the last, but I mean, they're normal mobs at least. I'm feeling confident about that. There's 2 Slayers here. I don't want to pull all 3 because they do have executes, and I don't want to... Something happens, I get overwhelmed, and then all of a sudden, you know, I'm in execute range. That would be tragic. But they are level 25. They're normal mobs, so majority of my hits from Seal of Light are just going to restore a lot of the damage that they're doing to me. Oh, there's assassins in here, okay. Don't even try running, bro. I could probably avoid, yeah, some of these guys. Ooh, Servants of Ilgalar. Oh, they're demons, which you know what that means. Get smited. Bitch. Trying to hurry and get to the top before these 2 buffs run out so I don't have to use a new one. Ah, they're gonna run out, I think. That's alright, we'll use a lesser food buff and Rumsies. We'll be okay. Yeah, we're just gonna be short a couple seconds. Oh, these guys hadn't respawned yet. Alright, so we have one... We've got a minion. We've got a Dark Weaver. I think we'll be okay. We'll use one of the Rumsey Darks just to make up some space in the stack. It's go for the minion first, actually. Then we'll go for the Dark Weaver, and then we'll go for Morganth. Doesn't seem like there's any books up here that I can read. I'm gonna kick him. And I just resisted it, baby. What's he got? Fire? Switch to fire resist Ori here, too. Since he's a caster. I'm just resisting all of his damage. Poor guy. This is much easier. This is what we were looking for. Unfortunately, I can't stop that one. Whoa. He is a demon, though. Smite his bitch ass. He's humanoid, so he's probably going to run near death, so we'll just put Justice on him. And that's that. We are done with the elite quests here. We don't have to worry about them anymore. Let's get the hell out of here. Do a strategic drop. Help homie out, give him a buff. I hope he's safe up here. 28 seems like a pretty interesting level to do this quest. I wish him well. Alright, let's go turn these in. We've got 3 to turn in here, and then we need to head back into Elwind and go talk to Theocrates. Or Theocratis. And then from there, I think we're gonna hearth and get ready to call it. We're already over on our time by a little bit tonight. And then tomorrow, we'll start Dust Wallow. I'll continue to check for Iron Eye. At this point, I'm not really recording when I'm checking for him, because I'm just, whenever I get a little bit of free time, pop on real quick, run up from Gadget's in here, do the full loop. If he's not up, okay, go back, log off. It's kind of what we're going for right now. And then once we get our mount, it'll be much easier, but next time we'll probably fly from Gadgetzan up to Theramore and just begin Theramore here. We'll talk to Morgenstern, we'll run out, go talk to Swamp Eye Jarl, Stinky. We'll finally finish up the missing diplomat. I'm excited for that. We'll go figure out what's going on over here at the burnt down inn, the Black Shield, all that jazz. We get to talk to Mudcrush. I think the ogres are aligned with the Horde, so I don't think that it's going to send us into the ogre encampment here. I think this is more like a ogre/horde encampment. I think obviously the Alliance have Theramore, where Lady Jaina's kingdom is. So I don't think we're going to have to do anything here. I think Mudcrush is just going to kind of have us go get some Mirefin heads, and then that'll be it there. But we also get to talk to Nat Pagel and start our artisan fishing quest while we're here. I think he's on this island, or this island maybe. So yeah, Dustwallow is going to be really important. That way we're finally on the path towards becoming an artisan in all of our professions. We've got our cooking quest right here. We're going to pick up our fishing quest tomorrow. I can actually become an artisan in blacksmithing if I just go ahead and spend a little bit of our iron. We've already become an artisan in mining. We're already an artisan in first aid, so the last 3 are cooking, fishing, and blacksmithing. And once we become an artisan in blacksmithing, I can choose to become an armor smith. I think there's a bit of a chain. I think we're going to have to bring them a certain amount of items or something like that. That's something that we'll chip away at.
Light be with you.
All right. Let's turn in Shadow Magic first. How goes your conflict with the Shadowcasters? Did you find the Midnight Orbs?
Thank you, adventurer. I'll send these to be destroyed immediately.
Perfect. And then Theralzun. Orc pressure from Blackrock is still tense, but have you at least rid us of Theralzun?
Theralzun was a vicious, crafty orc. Well done. I'm sure he didn't go down easy. Here is your reward, adventurer.
Thank you, sir. Let's go ahead and make some bag space real quick. Sell, 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 sell. Let's go talk to the mayor? The magistrate, Solomon. Didn't we have a book here that we need to read? South Shore, Lakeshire, 2 books. War of Three Hammers. What do you have there, dwarf?
Fantastic work, adventurer. Gath Ilzog led those brutes into battle, killing many innocent humans. Vindication is ours. This is the first step in reclaiming the keep for the Kingdom of Stormwind.
Perfect. Alright, last but not least, we'll go talk to Theocrates. I'm going to pause as we run, and then I'll resume when we get to Theocrates. And I think then we're going to run into Stormwind and craft those final 2 bracers, get to 200 blacksmithing, and then become an artisan. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, gamers, we've made it back to Theocrates, or Theocritus. Hurry, Bale, before my fears of Morganth spread and his powers are made real.
You have done well, adventurer. In defeating the warlock Morganth, Stormwind is saved from a grave peril. I offer you this reward most humbly, and I would bid you peace, if these were peaceful times. But instead, I will bid you luck with your trials, and victory in the conflicts ahead.
Aye. Alright, we're out. I'm going to pause it one more time. I'm going to run to Stormwind. I'll resume when we have all the materials that we need out to create 2 more of those bracers, and we'll continue once we can do that. So I'll see you guys in just a second. One last pause, I promise. Alright, gamers, we made it over to Ironforge. I was in Stormwind, but I was like, well, I should probably go to Ironforge just in case I can learn anything from the artisan blacksmith instructor. But then I realized my funds are pretty damn low. In order to become an artisan blacksmith, I think I'm going to have to spend at least 4.5 gold. And I'm worried that I'm not going to have enough gold to actually learn anything from the artisan blacksmith. And I think, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I have to go to Booty Bay in order to become an artisan blacksmith. So that's kind of unfortunate. I think I have to go to Booty Bay, learn artisan blacksmithing, and then come back here and talk to either Ironis Cold Steel or Grumnus Steel Shaper to become either a weaponsmith or an armor smith. I could be wrong about that, but that's what I'm assuming. So bam, 200 in our blacksmithing. I also kind of wanted to do this while we were in Ironforge. That way I could drop these back off in the bank. But now that I'm thinking about it, there is a bank in Booty Bay as well. I was just worried if I flew all the way down there, would I have enough money? So I guess we're going to fly down there. Let's see. I also went ahead and bought the Alterac Swiss that we needed for Clamlet Surprise. I went to the Trias cheese shop in Stormwind. We know where that is, right here, right? And just picked up some cheese.
The Wildhammer dwarves
that kind of set me behind.
But can those airy peak griffins stand the heat of the Great Forge?
But I do get to... Thanks, Grith. I do get to craft some bandages with this wool and sell that, as well as some of the silk. And worst case scenario, I'll sell this smoked sagefish, because 9 should be fine until I cook this stack of 20. And I'm not cooking the stack of 20 until we finish Clamlet Surprise. So I don't really think I'm going to use more than 9 stacks of Sagefish Delight by then. We really don't use the mana regen food that much. I'm mostly sticking with stamina food, and I have a ton of this stamina food to go through, so I think I'm just going to sell these and try and sell everything here, make some money back, and yeah, we'll see what we're at when we're done here, but I'll resume when we get to Booty Bay. We've got one more pause now that we have to go to Booty Bay, and we'll wrap it up in Booty Bay for the night, so I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, boys, we finally touched back down in Booty Bay. Let's go see how much this training is going to be, because I've got a feeling we don't have enough for it. And if we don't have enough for it, I'm going to be bummed. But it is what it is. We'll come back for it if not. Worst case scenario. We can't go over there this way. Worst case scenario, we can come back for the training, but I think we bought that bank slot a little too early. It's kind of screwed my money at this point. McGavin, the Mithril Order. Brick Kingcraft. 5 gold.
Sure, it's okay, but I see stuff this okay every day. Tell you what, you find a way to wow me, and I'll teach you things that make dwarves smile in their sleep.
When you smile in your sleep. Is it better to just sell the wool? 33 times 2 is 66. 57? I feel like it's better to just sell the wool, no? $10.5. The bandages go for more, though. I'll tell you what we can do. We can sell some of our bandages.
The best junk I've ever seen. Sure, it's
Bam!
okay, but I see stuff this okay every day. Tell you what, you find a way to wow me, and I'll teach you things that make dwarves smile in their sleep.
I think we're definitely going to make the heavy mithril set. That looks pretty good. Mithril scale pants. No, I don't think we're going to make that. No, not going to make that. The heavy mithril breastplate. I think we're going to want to make that. It might be better. If it rolls a random stat on it, it could be better. But if it's just stamina, maybe not. I'm losing a lot of strength for that. But maybe. It also matches. So the mithril coif, probably going to make that. Do I get some kind of quest in Ironforge now or anything? No? Okay. Oh, I have to be level 40, that's right. Kin of Uther, our friend, told us that we have to be level 40 for it, I think, so. Alright, let's go put this stuff up in the bank. Put these up in the bank. Now, we're not going to use more than 10 heavy silk bandages by the time that I'm able to make 10 more, so. We just have to hold off until 40, and then we can continue on with that quest chain, but
Yeah, what do you want?
all right. Copper done, tin done, bronze done. Still need some more iron and steel. Mithril's almost done, but we're going to wind up using that. The silver's done. The gold's almost done. And yeah, the rest looks good. Let's make one more of these bad boys. We are pretty much broke at this point. And last but not least, I think we're just going to hearth. This will take us back to Gadgetzan. I can check for Iron Eye throughout the night. I need to get ready to go to the gym, but then when I get back, I might check for Iron Eye. And then we're close to Dustwallow, so we can start Dustwallow tomorrow. Oh no. Card of L. Someone died. Alright guys, we've gone over enough. We're going to call this one here for now. I want to thank you for hanging out. We got a lot done, and we'll get more done tomorrow, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Peace and love, and God bless gamers.